AG Attorney General dives into controversial recycling plant issue at Town Hall. By Hector Acuna for the Cochise County Voice, October 10th, 2025. Benson. The visit from AG Attorney General Kris Mayes drew a capacity crowd to the Maldonado building at Benson Elementary, an anticipated visit by those wanting to voice concerns over an aluminum recycling plant being built on the east side of town. Mayes had been on a town hall tour of small municipalities in Arizona, which began about a month ago. Her office claimed to have received many messages concerning the plant, and specifically asked for comments from the community in an announcement of the town hall. Aluminum Dynamics LLC is a subsidiary of Steel Dynamics Inc. The plant would process aluminum scrap into recycled aluminum ingots. These ingots are intended to feed ADI's larger supply chain, including a mill under development in Columbus, Mississippi. The proposed site is in Benson, Cochise County, near the intersection of State Route 80 and East 7th Street. The town hall. Opposition to the plan has become vocal, organized, and mounted an effort to get like-minded area residents to show up and speak up. Largest source of opposition information, resources, and conversations is the No Benson Aluminum Plant Facebook page, supporting website link. See our other reporting for information on the group. Speakers clearly came prepared, each making their point of opposition using alarming available data and poignant personal stories, 3 minutes at a time. A visit from the AG is a big deal, luring Tucson and Sierra Vista media looking for the headlines generated by the tense community engaging the state's top lawyer. The meeting delivered for them, with pleading, praise, and some anger, and as Mayes called it, an emotional meeting. The town hall was dominated by those concerned about ADI's plant. No more than a handful spoke in favor. It's a big deal to those opposing the plant, and the town hall must be seen as a success. If they were seeking the AG's ear, they got it. Those who spoke, and those that may not have had a chance, can send their comments directly to the AG's office via email. According to the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality, ADEQ, ADI classifies the proposed facility as a major source under the Clean Air Act, given estimated emissions of regulated pollutants, e.g. hydrogen chloride, above threshold levels. It's projected to emit particulate matter, volatile organic compounds, nitrogen oxides, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and hazardous air pollutants, including hydrogen chloride, and that's become of major concern. The ADEQ site says ambient monitoring and dispersion modeling will be part of the review to assess impact. But some residents are concerned and have argued the modeling is inadequate and not based on studies done in the San Pedro Valley. Residents and advocacy groups point to the region's water scarcity, drought conditions, and groundwater stress as reasons to scrutinize any industrial-scale water use. There's also concern that the plant's water usage alone could exceed municipal usage in Benson. All these points were passionately presented to the Attorney General. While headline media have come and gone, citizen journalists like James Guerrero have compiled each speaker's testimony on YouTube. He's shared them on the NBAP page on Facebook. We're very grateful to Attorney General Kris Mayes for holding the town hall in Benson and listening to residents' concerns directly. Her visit showed that our community is being heard and that accountability and transparency still matter, the Health Over Wealth Group /NBAP group said. What happens next? AG Mayes ran an efficient, although emotional meeting, where she listened to each person that stood and promised to collect testimonies from anyone that would email them. The AG believes she can use nuisance law to prevent the plant from opening, and told the crowd she would seek that as a first avenue. We spoke with AG following the town hall. We want to get more information from the city, from the company, about any mitigation efforts that they may have been in place or they may be planning, Mayes responded to a question about the next step. I mean, I would hope that they were here and listening to this. I certainly hope the company was here listening to this. We asked if the plant's ongoing construction made this more time-sensitive. I have filed a nuisance lawsuit already against a company that had been in operation for 10 years. So you can do it beforehand, during, or after. Obviously, it's better if you can try to get something. If it is a nuisance, stop before it starts. But if it's a nuisance, it's a nuisance. Mayes is invoking Arizona's public nuisance statute, ARS Section 13-2917, which defines a public nuisance as any activity that injures health, obstructs property use, or interferes with the comfortable enjoyment of life or property by a community. In December 2024, her office filed suit against Fondemonte, Arizona, LLC, alleging that its large-scale groundwater pumping in La Paz County constitutes a public nuisance because of impacts to surrounding wells, subsidence, and groundwater depletion. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of the law. And, how do the facts that we just heard line up with nuisance law, And I do think that if what we just heard proves to be true, there are a lot of elements of nuisance that were met by this. And so I think it's obvious that people in the community feel like they've been let down by the process already, and they want somebody to dig in. I think they'd like a timeout. And there are real questions. We're sitting in a school right here that's less than half a mile away from the location of this thing? It's right down there. It's on the banks of the San Pedro River. It's right across from a nursing home. It's right across from a housing development. It's very concerning to me. I've done a lot of reading about it. I've already got a memo on it from my environmental protection unit. So I knew some coming into this, but we learned a lot more tonight. And there's some more information that we've got to gather on it. And I know, we always have people on both sides of an issue, right? That's going to happen. This one, it seems like there's a lot of unity around this issue, especially when you've got 3,000 people signing a petition. The opposition presented Mayes with more than 3,500 signatures from their petition. When asked for a timeline, the AG said, "If there's something we can do, it's better to act as quickly as you can because, obviously, they're already under construction." I was down there. I saw it. I went over there and looked at it. And it's better. That's why we work so hard up in Chino Valley. To get action taken to stop the compressor station before they broke ground on the compressor station. And that's why we worked so hard in Chino Valley to stop the mine before they blew up the mountaintop. Critics argue that Mayes is effectively trying to legislate from the courtroom by using nuisance doctrine, traditionally used for more discrete harms like pollution, odors, noise, to regulate water use, Fondamonte case, that the state legislature has left unregulated deliberately. In the case of ADI, pollution, odors, noise, and water may all come into play.